Okay, good morning, and it's almost afternoon. Welcome to another edition of the Newsfile UK. Looks like today we're going to go all the way till 2 o'clock because of the technical hitches we had. But thankfully, we've got all that sorted, and so.
It's African Radio.
Okay, we welcome once again back on the show. I took a break because we're trying to fix the program so that we'll be able to get all those who haven't joined in yet. But as I say, you can share. This is Hits Africa Radio. As usual, my name is Dr. Morton, and you're welcome to this edition again. And so today is the 4th of November 2022. It looks like very soon the year will be wrapping up, and then we get into 2023. Wow, how time flies. And so those of you who are on Facebook, you can join us in the topic that seems to be much concern this morning, that I don't seem to see how the number of strikes or demonstrations we've had over the fixing the country has yielded. Not to say the president don't listen, or maybe they have their own strategy as to how to run the country. And so, does it make sense to you, or it doesn't? And then we'll look at a few current affairs here in the UK, the Russia-Ukraine issues and all that. So we'll be delving much into it. If you check with the time, it's just about 5 minutes gone past 12. And today, because of the time we started, we're going to go all the way till about 2 o'clock. Do stay tuned.
Hey there, I'm African Girl Dunya, aka Ejiding, and you're listening to Hits Africa Radio. When it comes to entertainment, sports, news, they are the best. Ejiding says so. Keep your dial right here and keep it locked.
Disgrace and sickness. And you guys saying you're not a obey them, but you're off from fine.
If I can get Chotman Yosen to start off for the program. If I'm able to get him, then we can start, because I think he's not on the Facebook yet. And so I've got Chairman on the line. Chairman, good morning. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Just bear with this. What is happening is we're having a bit of a technical issues, but thankfully we're able to sort it out. It's good to see you again. How are you? Like I said, hope you're well.
Better by the day. Thank you very much for asking.
So this country of ours, United Kingdom, and a few issues we've been talking about Africa. What seems to be bothering us as our own country, of course, what is happening? I know you've been PPP. You wish you could turn things around to make it look better than what we're going through. Now, this hardship of economy is breaking our neck down. And
Yes, it is.
my problem is we've had series of demonstrations. Now they term it as Kobe Preko. And then you think this time around it's going to yield anything, because it looks like it's just making noise about plights, and we just leave it there.
I think it has come to a point where I would say good morning to all listeners. If I'm on air.
You're live on air, sir.
Thank you very much. From what we are seeing, it tells us one thing, that the time has now come for us as Ghanaians to rethink and realize that there must be a change to take over, but a civilian takeover at the ballot box. Let let us watch New Patriotic Party doing the best they can do to deliver the promises they have given us. We are not quick to judge them that they have failed because they know they have failed.
Okay.
NPP members of parliament have given that indication to the whole world that the Ghana government has failed through our finance minister. They want him to go, and another say, oh, please, let him make more mistakes. For God knows, 3 more months or 3 more. Let him make more mistakes before he goes. That's why Akufo-Addo is now tend to be thinking like, unfortunately, a very young person.
Oh, dear.
I'm not saying young people are stupid, but he's beginning to think like a school boy.
Oh, is it?
A young man. Yes, because if the people have got in touch with you, your own people, not NDC, not PPP, no CPP, but your own NPP men and women, they have come to you, about 80 of them or 90 of them, to tell you to descend this man. You say let him hang on because he's got IMF meeting. And Dr. MORTON, I must be honest with you that even myself, I can offer to attend that meeting with IMF. It's not a big deal of a meeting.
Right.
It's just a matter of principle. Do you understand?
Okay.
It's an economic meeting just to plan out the ways that they can support us as a struggling government, African government. So it's not a big deal. It's not a rocket science that Mr. Ufarata will have to go and deliver at IMF before you give us a few more a few millions of cedis, dollars or what. I don't understand. That's why I say our president is thinking like a school boy.
Oh, dear.
Not as a young man, like a school boy. I'm telling you. I mean, it's an embarrassment. I like that guy, Nene Akufo-Addo, but he has failed himself. He has failed. And we got Dr. Bawumia. Is he a hopeless man? Is he a hopeless economist? Dr. Alhaji Bawumia? They made a big noise out of this gentleman. Now they put him on the corner. Is it because he's a northerner? I'm asking this question. Is it because he comes from the northern part of Ghana? Without being tribalistic. Or a paper in it, or a paper in it, one pedo take over now. Now, I do send from the paper in take over. Yeah, they were afraid of paper in. Or you they should let about me take over.
But so from what you're telling us, that means you believe Bawumia can do the job.
Of course, yes. So if an old man can do the job, a younger person can do the job. But Bawumia has been doing a lot of hard work for MPP. Just because he's a northerner, he's not being recognized. Quote me everywhere. Because of Norton, or
yeah.
Mr. Mahama, if not, right now he's on the way to come back, just like Mr. Trump wants to come back.
Want to come back, yeah.
See, I'm telling you the truth. I'm asking this question. This is from Kitioso. Is it because he's a northerner that Nadu is not stepping down for him to take over? And we see what he can do for Ghana. No, forget about NPP. Forget about NPP. After all, they are also Ghanaians. They are human beings. So I don't know what's wrong. You go and take your cousin to be a finance minister. God only knows how many billions and billions of Ghana cedis they have stolen from us. I don't know because I'm not in the office.
Right.
And the auditor, level, if I've got the name right, or the auditor who would have checked the NPP administration, they have sacked him because they say he's too old or whatever. But Nanadu is older than level, but he's still in charge of Ghana.
I see.
See, things are wrong.
Right.
Things are going wrong. It's about time they change. But I've said we do not need a military takeover. They must do their own homework. NPP have got the right people in there. We are all Ghanaians, my brother. We are all Ghanaians. We are all Ghanaians. Do you understand?
It's sad.
Stand aside, let Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to come and see if he can do better. Look, when we look at Liz Truss, they knew that she was just a peanut. That's why they kicked him out. The Conservative Party kicked her out and put the right guy, Rishi Sunak. Unfortunately, he's an Indian for them, but at least they had no choice. You understand?
Yes.
That is why the white man is better. He's better than the black man. You know the Nadu himself is not functioning. We know NPP is not working. They are still there. They are still there. We know if Furiata is making blunders, he's still there. He can't do the job. It's too big for him.
But Chairman, I'm wondering if, as I wrote yesterday, if one's tenure of office or terms of office is not done yet, I'd you ask him to resign? I mean, well, so that.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, because Dr. Morton, I'm sorry to interrupt you. If you watch a game of football,
okay.
And some people told me you used to play football, but you don't look like a footballer. But you told me Morton was a good footballer. So
I was.
Maybe you were playing in some village in Ghana, so we can understand the classic champion. Apart from that, the truth is that if you watch a football match for 90 minutes, you see that the manager makes changes. When the manager has, or the coach has realized that this guy playing on the left flank is having a tough time, all right? And there's another one sitting on the bench. That's why we do changes. Not that he's a hopeless player, but on that day, he's met a tough opposition. But the same token, as a head of state, you must sit down as a referee and look, because he receives reports from all the ministers. Take a back seat and look for the reports they give to you. See how each ministry is functioning. Whether your cousin, your sister, your brother, it doesn't matter. You look at it. You know, this gentleman has failed. That's why the NPP members of parliament or cabinet ministers now that are concerned. They have come to you and I thank them. May God bless them. They made Ghanaians aware. The whole world know that they are not happy. Do you understand? And they are the genuine people. These are the people we need. Why don't you take one or two of them and let Mr. Furata relax and replace them with even from the 80 people who came to your office? Get them. We want Ghana to be working. We don't want to be changing government like Israel does every year. Or Spanish or Italians would do. Yes, it's not nice, Dr. Morton. It's not nice. I'm not just making political, taking any capital from politics, but I'm being honest to our people of Ghana because I recently returned from Ghana, but then I realized that there are things that we could do better. But who am I to say? I only went there for just about under 2 months. My party is not in government. Otherwise, I would have gone to Jubilee House to advise Kusindom or Jubilee. Look, these are wrong. But we have no choice. I know that. I know that. But I hope to God. I hope to God that Nadu will use common sense and remove himself. Let's see what Bawumia, or if you put Bawumia as a minister of finance, after all, he's a human being, after all, he's a Ghanaian. The fact that you're a vice president doesn't mean you cannot be a minister of finance. Why not? We want the right guys to be there, Dr. Morton. I hope I'm making sense. I'm not making any political capital out of here.
I see.
This is my point of view, sir, with all respect to you.
Yeah, so Chairman, how was this demonstration going to, make this man understand? You think is it going to get to a point where the man, just like what happened in Sri Lanka, Boris, you can tell about the pressure that was coming in? Is that what you think is going to make me to say, listen, what, just take your country? Or is still going to be adamant and stay on?
In a situation where the demonstration has been necessary, it means there's something seriously wrong.
Something happening, yes.
Happening, do you understand? So, okay, give them the benefit, give them it's our human right, it's our civil right to go on demonstration. Okay, make sure you police the demonstrations sensibly. If you police the demonstrations sensibly, nothing would go wrong.
Right.
But right now, the government is scared that the people are bitter and angry. So something can go wrong. That is the fear of the government. Otherwise, they would have given authority or opened the doors for the demonstrations to take place. I'm not sure it will even be safe for the government. This because it's a sign that there is something wrong. You've got to put that something correct. That is a problem. But it's got to face, the president must face delegation for the demonstration. He's got to face them, invite them, and have a discussion with them. But we are supposed to be in democracy, so you can't do that. Unfortunately, the demonstrations must go on.
Yes.
But the Ghana government must police the demonstration to make sure everybody is safe.
Oh, right.
You don't want it dead.
That's true. Chairman, so as I was saying,
Yes.
with PPP, you think you're ready to come by?
Yes, Dr. Morton, I'm pleased to announce to you that yes, I'm ready. We are ready to come by. You know what?
No.
When I went to Ghana,
Right.
I visited Madam Sami Nkrumah.
Okay.
I visited her. I had a private audience with her. Fine. And number two, I spoke to the chairperson for Convention People's Party,
Right.
Madam Sapon Kuma, if I got the name right.
Okay.
She was right. She was happy to speak to me.
I see.
He said, Mr. Wilson, the great Mr. Wilson, you know we are talking about major. I said, Madam, yes. The delegation are talking. PPP and PNC, Convention People's Party, Nkrumah Party, they are talking. We are brothers and sisters. We are not enemies. We are talking because this government has let us down badly.
Well,
Dr. Morton.
What I'm not sure is whether the government in power now still reckons how he's let the country down.
I think, Dr. Morton, they must reckon. If not, then they are not the right kind of human beings in charge.
Because they've seen, I'm sure they can tell Nanado himself what is going on, the pressure, the fact that the people are tired of them. They believe they're not managing the economy well and they're still in power. But they probably must be looking at how to get rather their man on come 2024 election.
To be quite honest with you, if the same order prevails, Ghana will be a very dangerous place to live in the next 15 or 18 months to come. There must be a change. And the change must be initiated by new NPP itself inside. There must be a reshuffle. There must change, reshuffle for the way forward. Because then, Dr. Morton, when I went to Accra, I went to Ghana, I observed every situation. I traveled a lot. Wow. I cannot drive because I don't drive left hand. God those left hand cars. I don't.
Too dangerous.
I don't want to risk my life. Yeah, you do understand. At the same time, when I was being driven on the road, I would see cripples coming into your window to beg for money.
Oh, I'm sure that really upsets you.
The money is not the problem. Huh?
That really upsets you and breaks your heart.
Yeah. Yes, see, it breaks your heart. Sometimes I don't have money. I ask the driver, please, can you give me 10 cedis or whatever? I'll give this person. Okay. It's not about the money. It's not about the money, but it's about the principle that if your brother or your sister is a cripple, he stands about 2.5 feet tall.
Oh, dear.
He sticks his hand in the front window. I was scared. I thought somebody was coming to raid. Some robbers. Robbers were going to attack us. And so, no, he's begging for money. I said, Jesus Christ. And I felt bad. I said, my God, I can't do that. I wouldn't want my brother or sister to be in this situation.
No.
And so people were telling me, they are from Burkina Faso. It's not true. They are Ghanaians.
Oh, okay.
The cripples, disabled people with disability in Ghana have now known a right way about it to come to Accra where the action is and to go into heavy traffic lights to be begging. They will get money. Maybe they will get 1,000 Ghana a day rather than living in Boku.
I see.
You see what I mean? Living outside Ghana, you are waiting. Nobody will give you any money. They might give you food, but not money. But when they come to Accra and beg that in true traffic lights, my brother, you even if you haven't got a heart for you, I know you don't want to worship God. For me, I do. But
I do.
So you worship.
I do, Chairman.
You worship my God. You do. Oh,
yes, I
God
do.
Bless you. But you didn't look like a Christian. That's why or if you didn't look like a Muslim nor a Christian, but if you're a Christian, I'm happy. Seriously, Dr. Morton. So what I'm saying is that please, Ghana government must collect these people, interview them. Where do you come from? From Takwa, from Kumasi, from Kufridua, and you're coming to beg here. It tells you that the Ghana government must do a lot for all our people with disability. Even if strong men and women are walking around the streets of Accra, Takwa, they keep going, so we have to. How much more can a disabled person have a chance? No way, no chance at all in hell. Yes, Ghana government must look after the people with disability, but can they do it? If not, why not?
That's
We
it.
must register all the disabled people in Ghana.
Oh, dear.
Look after them. Put them in special accommodation. Now we are building church for God. Do you think God is not going to laugh at us to build a church for him? God doesn't need a church. There have been so many churches in Ghana already. Not the National Cathedral. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Dr. Morton, the case in our country, it's right now it's going beyond politics. It's not politics. It's within common sense. Now, Leonardo tells us Ghana beyond aid, but we are within aid. We are inside aid. I want Mr. Gabo to come to respond to this. I want him serious.
Mr. Gabo has obviously written a few things.
I know
so that I read.
Do write things, but and seriously, I want any serious NPP man or woman to not challenge me, to come. Let's so we have a debate. Challenge is pride. We don't believe in pride.
All right. Let me see if I can get Sir Gabo from Ghana.
Wish them good luck.
Okay, thank man. I'll come back to you, but let me see if I can get Sir Gabo. Let me chip in you and then I'll speak to you later.
Oh, no, just say hello to me. I know you'll be going to Ghana. Tell him when he goes, you go and see Narado and offer the best.
He's in Ghana. I've seen him message me and I want to get him on the show. 1 minute. Let me get you later on so that you come back on and then you look at your views, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Right. So, folks, we're still here on Hits Africa Radio. As Chairman has started, he assumed that, Bawumia is not really giving attention, whether because he's from the northern part of Ghana, and then I've seen my brother, Atutu, saying that's not the issue. But stay on. We're coming. I'm just trying to fix one or two. So we had Chairman Yosen who was talking about, the state of affairs, how things are going. But what do you also think, especially with what is going on in Ghana? There's a demonstration coming in very soon here in the UK about people raising their plights with the fact that the government is not taking good care of the country, as if it doesn't care. What do you make of this? I'd like you to look at the situation. Let me get Mr. Amora, who is also the PPP, to see what he also says. Mr. Amora, I hope you are there waiting to get your turn so we can talk about what is happening. It is sad that all these things had to come on because we don't have a choice. Right. Good morning, sir.
Hello.
Sorry, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Eric.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Did you listen to Chairman Yosin, please?
Oh yes, of course.
Right. Do you share the same sentiments with him with what's going on in the country? Now he feels with his choice. Normally we get all the party off, especially if we demonstrate against a party which we think is not capable enough in managing the country. But according to him, even if until we get the whole party off, Nanado should allow Baumia to step in as he feels age has set in and is not very active enough for the leadership. Did he get my question?
Could you repeat that again?
Right. According to chairman, normally when we're not happy with a ruling government, we get them off by demonstration or raising our plights in a very friendly demonstration. But according to Chairman Yosen, he feels it's better we get Nanado Baumia into office and then let Nanado stand by a little bit because he feels the man age has set in, and so maybe we'll manage Baumia until their time is up.
Oh, okay. Okay. First of all, greetings to all your listeners. What I would say about that is that normally, if you look at what is happening in the country now, is a big concern for all of us as Ghanaians. We all need to come together to find a solution to the problems. But at the moment, we have people in charge of the country, and that is the president and his team. The team includes Dr. Baumia.
Okay.
Dr. Baumia and finance minister and some others form an economic team that is responsible for the economy of Ghana as we speak. They report to the president of Ghana. So I can say the president is also part of the economic team because whatever the economic team is doing to the economy of Ghana, they report to him on a regular basis. So the president knows what is going on.
Okay. Right. So with your view, are you there, sir?
Yeah, I'm there.
With your view, with the way the country is going, you think the demonstration is going to make any difference? Because they've been on the strike and demonstrations for a while now. The commercial bus drivers, now almost everything in Ghana is being faced with threats in the sense that if this country is not done anything about it, they're going to go strike.
I think the demonstration is going to make a difference if it is sustained.
Right.
What I mean by if it is sustained is that it must be continuous until the government does something about the situation. Because as of now, from the president's speech the other day, it doesn't look like they're doing anything about the problem.
Right.
They are trying to shift blame onto other issues happening around the globe. But if you look at the issues around the globe, it affects every country. They still at least doing something about those issues, and their economies are better footing. So why can't Ghana's economy also be on a better footing?
Right.
So that means it is not entirely issues happening around the globe that is causing the problems in Ghana. the managers of the economy in Ghana, to me, are to be blamed. Although issues around the globe have impacted negatively on the economy, but it has impacted negatively on all economies of the world. But comparatively, other economies apart from Ghana and some few other countries are doing well. So why can't the managers of the economy, even if they can't do anything about the problem, look at other countries that are doing better?
That's right.
And look at how they are doing it and try those things in the country. For example, if they really want to do something about the economy of Ghana now,
right,
we as a country, we have our own currency called the Ghana cedi.
Yes.
This Ghana cedi is not even by our own government. Have you seen a country that is not promoting its own currency?
No. Well, so go on, sir.
And thinking of improving the economy. It's not possible.
No.
Because if you come to UK, the UK national currency is the pound sterling.
Right.
You cannot come to the UK and go and book a hotel with Ghana cedis. You will have to pay in pounds. If you have Ghana cedis or you have dollars or you have yuan, whatever, you will have to convert the money into pound before you can use it. in so doing, you make your currency strong. You understand? You make your currency strong. But look at a country like Ghana, where the government itself is paying ministers, government officials in dollars. They are paying them in dollars when they have their own currency, Ghana cedi. So what does that tell you? It tells you that the government itself is collapsing the economy. The government itself is collapsing the economy because they are not promoting their own currency.
Right.
These ministers, government appointees, whoever it is, must be paid in cedis. They have to pay allowances, everything in cedis. That is the first step. If they want to stabilize the economy of the country.
Right.
That is the first step. And then the second step is to make sure, looking at imports and exports,
yes.
Ghana is predominantly an agricultural country. Most of the things that we do are predominantly agri-based. So looking at food, for instance, the cost of food is very high in the country.
It is.
A serious government, what can a serious government do? They have to make sure they boost production, local foodstuffs.
Yeah.
Plantain, cocoyam, cassava.
All right.
It needs to boost the local production of these food items. And because these food items are perishable, they need storage facilities. In the short term, they need to find ways and means of increasing food production in the country, that it will serve as a substitute for things like rice, the white color goods that we import, rice, potato, tomatoes, all these items, tomato, beans, and all that, we can produce them in Ghana. We have fertile soils, we have the means to produce them. So if the government is serious, this is the angle they have to look in the short term. That, there are foodstuffs in the hinterlands, they are in the bush. We can't bring them onto the market. So what can we do? We have to organize and bring these foodstuffs as a matter of urgency into the market to ease what we call the shortages. You know,
yes.
If we got all these items from the farms onto the market, the supply is going to be in tune with the demand for the items. And then in the long term, we must start looking at storage facilities.
Okay.
What are they doing with the one district,
one dam
policy?
Yes, I was coming to that.
Yeah, if they have a good policy like that, why can't they bring that policy onto the grassroots? Why don't they use that policy to boost agric in the country?
Okay.
That is the first step they have to
All right.
do, because now we all know that foodstuffs are very expensive now.
Okay.
So that is the best way to go with the one district, one factory policy.
Okay.
If they are doing building silos or storage facilities with the one district, one factory policy, these food items, the perishable ones, can be stored there.
Okay.
When they are taken from the farms, from the hinterland and stuff like that.
All
then
right.
in the long term, we will start looking at proper industrialization of the economy.
Okay. Thank you very much. I've got land. I don't know whether you finished. I wanted to pick Joe, who just joined us.
To conclude,
okay.
What I want to see happening in Ghana at the moment, in the short term, is that the government must use the one district, one factory policy to build storage facilities and then boost agric production in terms of foodstuffs, so that the demand that is very low, the demand is high now, the supply is low. But once we get all these items from the hinterlands onto the market, it is going to reduce the prices of foodstuffs, and people will start to feel ease the pressure on their families.
Okay.
That is what I think should happen now.
All
and
right.
then the city, they have to make sure they pay salaries and allowances and everything in cities.
Right.
If you are not traveling outside the country, they should not allow you to be using dollar or pound as a means of payment in Ghana.
All right.
When you are traveling, of course, you can have money with you, and then you can change it at the Forest Bureau or at the airport.
Okay.
Only duty free if it's a duty free shop.
Right.
Only the duty free shop must be allowed to use foreign currency at this particular moment.
Yes.
If they are able to do these things in the short term, then I for one will see that the government is serious. They want to improve the economy. Other than that, all that they're saying, all the noise they are making in the country, is just they all just sound bites.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Let me get Joe. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Joe, I can hardly hear your line.
Can you hear me?
Joe cannot hear me. Okay.
I can hear you, but you cannot hear me.
Joe, can you hear me? I can't hear you. I don't know what the problem is, but I can't hear Joe. Let me see what. Okay. Yeah, Joe, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Joe. Hello.
Yeah, Doc, can you hear me? Hello, Doc.
Okay,
I mean, can shut some pakracho. Now, we'll some be a shira and see what you and see what cry. All the days of your life. Say amen. That's right. That's right. Oh, young cray. I say amen. 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 They say goodness and mercies shall follow you. Goodness and mercies shall follow you all the days of your life.
Sorry, I don't know what's happening. I think we're having some technical issues. So it's good you've called here, I'm afraid. I'm even trying to add Mr. Oswech's email to get him on the line, but it's not going through. Anyway, so let's use this as an option then. I'm afraid we can look at your view on both the demonstration, the fact that we had a couple of the Fix the Country demonstration. Things are just the way they are. And you wonder if, sometimes not as if you want to talk about these people, but the same question of whether these people are going to sit up. That's the NPP, as we've made them. And the country is crying out loud for their resignation. Now they've got the, how do you call it? This thing ahead. Demonstration as to fix the country again, or this time around they want the man to step down. What do you make of that?
First of all, thank you very much. A very good afternoon now to you and to everybody, the listeners and everyone listening. I mean, and your producers and everyone there. I think it's important. We appreciate the effort others are making into making the government respond to the hardships that is, kind of going on in Ghana. I mean, some would argue, blunt argument that the hardship is not only Ghana alone. Everywhere, everybody is
crying.
Everywhere
things are difficult. Yes,
but you see, there are suffering that is beyond your control, and there are suffering that you can control. And so, in our case, what is on us now, or what has befallen onto us now as a country, is something that is within our remit. That's something that we can control, we can manage.
We can do something about it. Yes,
exactly. It is only share incompetence and lack of responsibility that has taken us to where we are. And so it is important we acknowledge and pay tribute to people who are making or trying to make the government become responsible and act. But also, in as much as we commend them, we should also be wary of people who are only using this as the springboard to also become who they truly are. There are people within these groups who are only there to gain the popularity,
right?
To gain the to let people know that they are also there, only to use that as the springboard to define who they are truly to us. Because look, doctor, we are all Ghanaians.
Okay.
We are all Ghanaians. In as much as I applaud everyone, if I were in London, I would join in. I would be, I would join in. Even if we have to get naked, I would get naked to join in. But that is also not to say that everyone who is going on that demonstration has a pure intention of thinking good about Ghana. Some are going there because they think if they go, some big man will spot them and call them. And also, it's been happening. It's been happening.
Right.
It's been happening. Even within the political realm, somebody would want to become an executive member within the NDC or the NPP or the CPP just to amass wealth, just to gain the notice of people in society who can. And a very good example is this guy I always, the CPP guy, who happened to be a former CPP secretary. He used the CPP as a springboard to be noticed by the MPP, and he's being fed like a chicken by the MPP. You understand? So let us commend them for being bold, but it should come out of a proper love. It should come out from a genuine heart that is ready to fight for Mother Ghana. It shouldn't be born out of one's selfishness. It shouldn't be born out of one's desire to be noticed so that he can use that acknowledgement for his or her personal gain.
Oh, okay.
Then the other thing I heard your reporter talking about, or the man you interviewed right now before I came in.
Okay.
He was talking about how good that one district, one factory is. See, and to be fair, no matter how you hate the MPP, or no matter how you
mama kuma to me yeah. Aha bebe ya na me na muyo. Asoro bekasa mama kuma to me yeah. Encounter. Mama kumba to me, yeah. Missy Encounter. Sanya miss your city Encounter. It's a baby, yana winamu yo. Waso Rebecca sa, mama kumba to me, yeah. Minya me bekaso, media minyano, medi beka ama meho, minya wadi, medi beko ama meho, esambe reba ya na mena muyo, asoro bekasa, amama kumba to me yem, lawyer penny no bekasa, akumu kufu no beko mamio, esambe reba. Muyo, asoro bekasa, amama kumba to me. It's a baby, yana mina muyo. Hey there, I'm African Girl Dunya, aka Ejiding, and you're listening to Hits Africa Radio. When it comes to entertainment, sports, news, they are the best. Ejiding says so. Keep your dial right here and keep it locked. Bekasa, amama kumba to me, and a day, encounter kura, erin chabi, yamitia city, encounter kura, it's a baby, amama kumba to me, and a day, encounter, I was almost a woman of or the Benaya see about time or so. It's a baby, and I'm in a muyo. Lawyer Fanny no regas, I'm a mess on my home to me. Some Nema when in you may walk around. If it's a messia, Messorage, I may name no so. Yari baby, I would be Miss Sobiarapono. Me Yarisa Bono Becasama, Meso so many Mayarisa. That's a meeting someone. Minya mene me high. Yosun kebi bombia. Would me bese Mobiarapono. Me says no bekasa, mama kuma to me. How baby, would the baby me so be a rapono? Minya me no bekasa, mama kuma to me. Intimacy, encounter, kura. It's a baby, and I'm in a yo. Bekasa, mama kumba to me, and a day, encounter, I touch a cry, a better more. Send your miss your city, encounter, erin chappy, it's a baby, and I'm in a muyo. Also, Bekasa, mama kumba to me, intimacy, encounter, erin encounter, cry. Mama kumba to me. It's me say Enkado. Senya metia city Enkado. Erin chapi.
Je m'appelle unbreakable.
Xylophone music.
Still unbreakable. Only God. Yeah. I'm a winner, not a loser. Overcomer. I am more than a conqueror. I'm a winner, not a loser. Overcomer. Hey. I am more than a conqueror. I swear it.
It's Africa Radio. It's Africa.
I swear that the weapon form against me. I swear it. I swear it. I swear that the weapon form against me. In the name of Jesus, I swear. By the power of the Holy Ghost, I swear.
Okay, so we're back again. As I was saying, I think today we're having some technical issues, but by the time we'll be here, hopefully we'll get that sorted. So as I was saying, let me get Mr. Uswecha, who has trying to talk. I guess because of our lines, if I can see if I can get him on audio, and then we can talk, and then later on fix this problem. Right. So I was talking about the Joe claims that the man, the president, all his interest was just to become a president of the country, and he succeeded that. And so he doesn't seem to see why he should bother himself anymore with what's going on. So my question is the government going to yield to all the demonstrations and the fix the country problems that we're going through? Let me see. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
I think we're having some issues with our machine because we got a new system we're trying to get used to. Anyway, so with the number of demonstrations and fix the country, the plights people are raising to our leader, do you think they're going to yield to it? Because we don't seem to see any change. All we see is that we do demonstration both here and back home, and then things are just what it is, So then it questions the fact that if we can get this man to resign in the first place.
Well, let me just say, Kufuor is a stubborn president.
Is a stubborn president?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he is, and he's the father of demonstration. So. Yeah, you remember Kumupreko, those days, he was, among the people organizing the war against VAT. And the VAT is part of our development, yeah.
Right.
So, and it is now
so what's the point?
Achievement.
Well, question is, what's the point then if he's a stubborn cat and then there's no way he's going to yield to all these demonstrations? We might as well just leave it and then wait till his term of office then.
What is coming? You don't know what is coming. Ghana will be like what Sri Lanka youth did. He's no idea. Kufuor in 2016, look at all the promises, and when he became president, from 2017, I've been watching his inaugural speech. I've been watching it over and over and over and over. He told Ghanaian, if you are coming to my government to amass wealth, go to private sector.
I remember that myself.
Yeah, that was like a proverb. He's telling you, Master, my bank will scan them. I will change the money to the private sector to go there that you can get some of the money. Yes, that's what Kufuor was telling us. That if you want to get money, go to the private sector. And I'm setting an example. Kevin Furata. Now his own enterprise insurance are taking over Ghana's Ghana Insurance Company. So every government contract, when it comes in terms of insurance, the enterprise insurance are taking over. And Ghanaians are watching this man as mafia group destroying Ghana. Why? Ghanaians are the more we suffer, the more Akufo-Addo and mafia group, they are, getting money. They are earning more. They are become rich.
Yeah, but over the period of time, Akufo-Addo has told you that his money does not even come to me; it goes to the charity.
Which charity?
It doesn't come to him; it goes to charity. You must have heard this, or you don't believe
Which
it,
charity?
or you don't believe it.
Believe who? Akufo-Addo?
Yes.
No, don't believe it. That Akufo-Addo from day one, when he started campaigning, I want to become a president 40 years ago. It was a grand scheme.
Oh dear.
Yes, it was a grand scheme. Yes, it was a grand scheme. I know it was a grand scheme. So they have to use Dankwa Institute, JB Dankwa issue to brainwash Ghanaians, change our history. And so JB Dankwa was this. He's the one who proposed the name of Ghana. Blah 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 blah. What has happened? JB Dankwa as a branch chairman of the UGGCC. No, he didn't even become MP, not the MPO, not even assemblyman. But the Ghanaian bought their useless and this kind of history. They changed the history. Oh, Kwame Nkrumah did this. Oh, he JB Dankwa. So JB Dankwa was being the best. Blah blah. Look at the history of UGCC. The founder of the UGCC, the financier,
right?
Power grant. Why did they not add power grant to the big six? How can you do this? What do you call it? Useless big six, and the same family have 3 people in that. The same 3 people in big six. Doctor.
Yes, sir.
These are all this. We have been listening to false information about our history. They've changed the history, everything. Look at where we are now.
It's sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very sad. Look at where we are now. He's the president now.
So must we still go on and do the demonstration anyway?
Akufo-Addo was in this country talking to the MPP supporters that they should continue doing demonstration to hit up Ghana. Yes. 4 pillars. He's the one who said it.
Right.
Masa monye demonstration na hit ma power. Yes, that's what he's saying.
Power.
Yes.
Now
our
power.
In UK here. Yes, now he's in power now. If you want to do any demonstration against me, it's hey, no, I won't allow. I will not allow you to do demonstration against me because it will go against my government.
Well, he has no choice. The thing is, there's going to be demonstration as the dates fixed. It's sent to me.
This 4 more, we call it in tree, Kotobikume, 4 more. What?
Oh, dear.
Wow. Doctor, can you believe it? In Ghana, I'm not doing fuel politics, but can you believe in Ghana? People are poor, people are not getting, 1 square meal, and you go and buy 1 liter of fuel, 23 Ghana cedis.
Oh dear.
23 Ghana cedis, and then 1 gallon make about 4 liters or 5 liters, so we can calculate.
Okay.
So 1 gallon is almost 100 Ghana. This year, when this year from January, the bag of cement was around 30 Ghana. It's still low. From last year, now the bag of cement is 82 Ghana.
Oh my days!
1 bag of cement. So if you are doing a project in Ghana and you want to buy 100 bag of cement, do your own calculations. 200 bag, do your own calculations.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Crazy.
So we say we can't talk about it. This is not about NDC, this is not about MPP. Yeah. These people have destroyed Ghana 20 years back. 20 years back.
Well, so thank God.
Thank God. It's the worst ever. It's the worst ever.
Thank God.
Can you imagine, Doctor? Let me just finish one. Can you imagine? Akufo-Addo's own nephew, or so what do you call it? So his cousin or whatever you call it. Gabi Ochida was sitting in cabinet meeting. How?
Oh dear. So then it gives you the opportunity to come in then, because the election year, then you can come back as your party is.
Doctor, it's not about opportunity. It's not about giving NDC opportunity. It's not about giving NDC. But be our man doctor. We need second independent.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's not by NDC. These people have destroyed Ghana. I've read. Oh, doctor, I will. When we finish the program, I will send you another article written by Martin.
I trust you by that. I know you're very in touch when it comes to details of things unfolding.
Yes, I will send it to you. You know, when it comes to Martin, his article, he was all you can read it. About 50 pages here. Doctor, take time and read it.
All
You'll
right.
see.
No problem. Thank you very much, Mr.
I've
Chum.
been going. My last one. I've been going back reading Martin Amidu's article about risk assessment of Japan. That's what the name came. He's the only worker in mother servant of corruption. Doctor, go back and read it.
All right, I will do that.
Oh
dear.
We should just That's the word we use for him. So apart from Akufo-Addo, he just messed the country. Now those vying to take over from Akufo-Addo, Bawumia, Alan, Boache-Jackson, and co, are they alternative? They are all part of their economic management team, and Bawumia is the head. So are they alternative? These people. God goodness, Doctor, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Excel. Thank you. Do have a good day. Oh dear. Now it's getting very interesting as to whether it's important to even do the demonstration in the first place. I'm trying to get good afternoon, Sabato. Good afternoon, sir. Oh, I think it's good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
How are you, my brother?
Not too bad.
Are you comfortable with the demonstration going on? Because it doesn't seem to yield anything. Now, over the period of time, we've seen the demonstrations upon demonstrations fix the country.
If you want to put me on the air, just give me like 5 minutes.
All right, no problem. I'll come back to you, Sabato. No problem. Or you can call back when you finish. Okay. Right. So, Joe, I didn't finish with your line until, I decided to call you back. So let me see if I can get Joe as well. But you see, my problem and my worry is if the demonstration... Yes, sir, Joe. Hold on 1 minute. I've got Joe on the line. But my question is, with these series of demonstrations to fix the country, which we had back and forth, both here in Ghana, I did not see, the government reacting to it as to positively or listening to the plight of Ghanaians. And so now that we're having, the pressure coming on this government to step down, I'm wondering whether they were serious with us, as Nana Olisa said. Anyway, Joe, sorry, I had to cut you because I was doing something. So now you're back on there. I hope you've not forgotten what you're talking about. We're talking, and then you can go back to it, please.
Yeah, thank you for having
Thanks very
me
much.
back again. Yeah, so going back to where I stopped, all I'm trying to say is that Nana Akufo-Addo was only desperate to satisfy his childhood dream. The childhood dream of using a state money to rent a private jet. The childhood dream of having the opportunity to be called the president of Ghana. And if you recall, if you've studied a little bit of psychology, if you recall, when he went to the radio station, I don't know, recently he went to a radio station when he said he doesn't care if you vote for NPP or NDC.
Yeah.
I don't know if you recall that.
And then he also added that he knows the statistics of things that comes in front of him. So there's nothing new.
But then one thing justifies this standard I'm holding. When the presenter was asking him, you came here some years back as a candidate, and now you are coming and you said, "Oh, the president, I'm the president." You see, this is the way he wants to feel. He wants to feel that, oh, after all, I'm the president, I have been able to become the president of Ghana, and that was his dream. And so to achieve that dream, Even if he has to say that he will bring Jesus Christ to come and live with us, he will say it to achieve that dream.
Okay.
He will say that he can spell out the devil. So Ghana will be a sanctified country. And so he will say that to achieve that childhood dream of becoming a president, so that when he goes to radio stations, the presenters will not even ask him. He would project it himself.
Okay.
And there is a saying that self-praise has no recommendation. And so the president did not believe in the slogans and the kind of things he put in the manifesto. And that is why today one district, one factory is not working. That is why today free SHS is not working. Because, doctor, look, if you are a man and you think you are right or you are ripe, let me put it in that way, in that context, you are ripe to have a child, then you will be prepared to look after the child when the child is born.
Yes.
But it is only when you feel the time is not right and let me go and do just one BNC, and then you went and did one and then one turned to a pregnancy. Now you're running away from that child because you were not prepared for that. And that is the state we find ourselves in. The president only gave slogans, but he didn't even believe in the things he was saying. He wasn't ready for it. He only wanted to achieve a childhood fantasy, and that was it. To him, whether he has to bring down the whole world to become president, he had a certain desired goal, and to achieve that goal was the only thing. Remember also, he said that if he does not win the election in 2016, Afghanistan, you remember those things?
I remember very well.
And that's the Taliban of the MPP will be unleashed onto Ghanaians for not voting for Akufo-Addo if he doesn't become president. So he saw responsibility, or he saw aim. And I think even at this juncture, it is right for me to say that Akufo-Addo only came to live on this earth just to become president, and that is it. And that is it. And so we should not be asking further as to why our economy is like this. Because like I did make the analysis of you being a man and not being ready for a baby. This is what happens. Because the man, he doesn't even believe in himself. He doesn't even believe in himself. How can he propose a policy that will salvage the country? And so, in as much as some of the slogans, the policies he had campaigned on were very good and all that, the fact that he didn't believe in it, it is hard to see results coming out of it. It is hard because he will not. Because look, doctor.
Yes, sir.
If anything, Akufo-Addo, President Akufo-Addo, with all due respect, would put much energy in one thing, no matter how wealthy he has become. At least one thing.
Yeah.
Whether be it free SHS or be it one district, one factory, or be it one district, one dam, he would have at least put in one energy into just one thing. Even take all of Ghana's money and channel it into that to see to the fruition of that thing.
At least.
So what can we see? What can you see? The only thing that President Akufo-Addo has been able to do, and we need to praise him for, is corruption. Under Akufo-Addo's presidency, corruption is the only best thing Akufo-Addo has been able to achieve, and he has achieved it perfectly. That one, no question about it. Because if you, doctor,
yes,
if you today would talk to your wife and say, look, we want to have another child in the next year or in the next month, that child that you are planning about now even knows Akufo-Addo is corrupt. That child that you are planning to have in the next year, even though he is not on this earth, he knows Akufo-Addo is corrupt. The president is naked. And so it is so sad. It is sad. And you see, it is sad because we as Ghanaians, we have allowed it. And I have always said, look, I can forgive myself. And if I can forgive myself, then I should be able to forgive you, doctor, or forgive whoever is listening.
Yeah.
If those people campaign for Nana Akufo-Addo in 2016, it is not an offense. And you see, we can forgive ourselves, even if it is a dangerous offense. But to support Akufo in 2022, it is unforgivable.
Why? Is he not a human as well?
Look, the man is simply a problem on the nation.
Wow.
The man is a problem. The man. Recently, I don't know, people say Kevin Taylor insults a lot of people and all that, and so they don't kind of give him the credence he deserves. But if you have been following Kevin Taylor, the exposés he has been bringing out with, you see, you can hate Kevin Taylor, but you cannot tell me that out of the 1,000 exposés he has been bringing, one of them is not true. You cannot tell me that the guy just sleeps with his wife and wake up and come and talk about expose. One of them might be true. And if one of them is true, doctor,
yes,
you will know why I am saying Nana Akufo-Addo, if you support him now, you cannot be forgiven. Because the man is bent on sinking the nation. The man is really sinking the nation.
Oh,
and we as people, we should not sit down there and allow that to happen. Doc, there are certain things. You see, in Ghana, we have a saying that opportunity comes but once. And that if your opportunity slips away, it will be hard.
Yes.
But you see, there are certain things, if we also don't try to avert, it is going to cost us a lot. And our children, and our children's children cannot take themselves out of that pain or of that trouble. And that thing is we seizing the opportunity now to make sure the mess Akufo-Addo is creating will stop him from creating that mess.
And so,
if we don't take care,
yes, and so you agree with those who want to go on demonstration now to resign?
Yes, of course. I do not. Let me tell you this. I do not subscribe to the calling of Ken Ofori-Atta to resign. I do not subscribe to that. Because, you know, Ken Ofori-Atta was brought in to come and do a family business. He was brought in to come and do a family business. And now, if the family business is not yielding results or the country is suffering from the family business that Ken Ofori-Atta has been assigned to do. Now, the first question is, who assigned him?
That's the question.
Who assigned him? And if you take Ken Ofori-Atta, let me tell you, and this, I always tell people, like, look, we say Ghana, there are witches and there are wizards. Some people say, don't come to Ghana. If you come, they'll care. I say, well, if you kill me, do you inherit my property?
That's it.
My children will inherit it. So if you kill me, you're even giving my children the best opportunity of inheriting their father's property at an early age. And so that's even good. If we start Ken Ofori-Atta now, he's not going to bring in my family member. He's going to bring in another family member who will come and do that business.
This is serious, man.
Yes, because
This is serious.
Look, if there are any good men, those who are calling for the sacking of Ken Ofori-Atta, if there are any good men, any good economists or finance ministers within the MPP, the president wouldn't have told them that they should wait for Ken Ofori-Atta to go and do the negotiation and blah, 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 blah. If there were any good people. And in any case, who is a good person? This is a government that is sinking together. It is not only Ken Ofori-Atta who is sinking. Agric minister is sinking. Health minister is sinking. Education minister is sinking. Every other ministry is sinking. So who are they going to bring to come and say what?
That is it. That is
so
it.
The thing is that it is the entire policy of this government that is wrecking the nation. And so it is not for me to demand for any minister to resign, but the president. The president has no clue. He is clueless. And you see, doctor, you cannot put someone who has never been to school before in front of a vice chancellor for the vice chancellor to interview the person to be admitted into a university.
Oh dear. Well, I think this is a petition you probably have to raise for the government. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, so in all costs with you reckon we have to do the demonstration, despite the fact that they will yield to it?
Well, you see, the demonstration, in doing you see, there is so many ways to kill a cat. For me, if I were part of the organizers of the demonstration, right, I feel we've done a lot. This president you won't listen. This demonstration, nothing will come out of it. That is a fact. But that is also not to say that we have to discourage the people who are doing the demonstration. We need to encourage them because after all, we need to make the noise for the world to hear. But I feel if we have any good demonstration to make, it is a demonstration that we have to make against foreign countries who give us aid, grants, and donate money into our system. We have to demonstrate against the British government giving Ghana money. We need to demonstrate against the IMF even granting us the audience. That is the only way to stop this government. Because if you demonstrate, he's not listening. He goes to Britain to go and take some cool stories to Britain, and Britain give them the money. They come and the money doesn't go anywhere. What is the point?
Yes.
So we need to let Britain understand that, look, the money you are giving to this Akufo-Addo government, the money is not going anywhere. His daughter has earned herself a multi-million pound shop contract and everything, and so the money you are giving them, they are only using it for personal gain.
Okay.
That is the only way.
Now,
look, doctor,
I need 2 minutes. Let me get Sabatu, please.
Yeah, we only need to. Sometimes when there is a criminal, right, and you don't know who the criminal is, but you go and all the time your money is stolen. Your money is stolen. You need to change where you put your money. Is that not the case?
That is it.
So where the money is coming from for them to steal, that is where we need to close. We need to close that gap. If we close that gap, the money will not come. Now what will you do?
That's another problem.
Thank you. Yeah, I will stop here for
Sabatu to come in. All right. Thank you very much, Joe. That's a brilliant contribution. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Right. So some more. If you look at people talk very passionately about the politics, you go like, wow, what's happening, man? Okay. Let me get Sabatu, my brother, to help us out with his contribution. Yes. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Doc.
Are you free now?
Yes, please, Doc.
Right. So the pressure of just getting on uniform and then expect okay, put it this way. We're talking about the number of times. Yes, can you hear me? We're talking about the number of times we've been on demonstration, fix the country, all that. It doesn't seem to yield anything. Now you've got another one coming. You think it's necessary at all?
Let me say good afternoon to
Good afternoon, yes.
listeners and your viewers. It's been a while lately. I've been a little busy, especially in the
I think so.
on Fridays. Yeah, that's why. It's been a while. So, but let me say another good afternoon to Joe and then also a chat. I listened to them, but first of all, let me say I totally disagree with Joe on the saying that the demonstration has no effect. Demonstrations has an effect on government, even if there are two persons. Nobody can say if you demonstrate, it doesn't get. It gets somewhere. They do something. They make some changes. It's maybe we don't even notice or something, but demonstration has effect. But talking of demonstration, Doctor, we are having one here in the UK.
I know.
Coming, for the Galamsey one. Something organized and the person who is organizing, talking of a person of the deputy organizer UK and Ireland. He has managed to involve a lot of the ambassadors, like let's say US, Canada, Germany, showing them a lot of pictures how our water bodies and our environment are affected by all this illegal mining that is going on.
Right.
And it's still ongoing. So the support from them is huge. It's huge. And this time we are making the petition. We have made a lot of petition to them. And we are making one to the number 10 Ghanaian Street as well. So we are asking everybody, this is not about NDC. This is about Ghana. This is about our generation coming born once. if we have live, we are very strong, we can make our voices heard. Then we need to follow up with the upcoming demonstration.
That's right.
Which I think is on the 18th of this month.
This month, yes.
Friday. Yeah. So let's everybody make a time for that. Let's come together. Let's make our voices heard. Water is life, as they said. And then so that they will know that the happiness, we are not happy with that. And as you rightly said, there is also one that coming for Kumipreku demonstration. I think that is on, was it this Sunday or was it Friday? This Saturday, is it?
Yes.
The Kumipreku one.
Yes.
Yeah. So imagine, like Joe said, if you are government and there is a lot of demonstration, even both abroad and home, how do you feel? You don't feel right.
Yes.
I think you to make sure that something is done about it. So I'm in support of all this demonstration that is going on peacefully, not to go and misbehave. Of course, one or two people will try to misbehave. That's why we have security.
Yes.
But what we have noticed lately is the government, they intend to send a lot of people to come and cause havoc.
Well, is that true? I've seen a lot of video going around confirming that, but you reckon it could be possible?
Yeah, it could be, because this is something they are good at it. They even sometimes print the same T-shirt, give it to their party, those ones that they call invisible forces.
Yeah.
And they will be coming like they are amongst you, and then they will be disturbing. So those are the things that both here and home they need to watch out for, because we're having this kind of people around us, making us to think that they are part of us. That they are not. So, Doctor, I'm still hammering on the UK here, which is coming on the 18th of this month.
Okay.
Everybody needs to get involved. Everybody as a Ghanaian need to spare us is maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes, 20 minutes. At least come there, talk up, make your voice heard. And then if you have somewhere to go on that day, then you can call it off. So the demonstration is very important, and it is our fundamental human right. As a demonstration is part of our democracy.
Okay.
So we need to exercise that right, and we have every reason for the happenings in Ghana to demonstrate at this time, because we don't need to sit down and say, oh, so what did you do?
Yes.
Like Joe said, it's not, it doesn't have any effect. No. Even if it doesn't have any effect, we still need to make our voices heard.
Okay.
So that in future we say, look, this is what we did. We didn't have the powers. We didn't have the executive powers. We didn't control the security, but at least we have the powers to be on the stage for people to know that a time will come. So these people demonstrating when this thing is happening.
Yes.
So we cannot sit down and fold our arms thinking that everything is fine. So, Doctor, when it comes to the administration, or Nana Akufo at the government, it's nothing new that we could add it up or top it up.
Same old.
You could clearly know that things are falling apart. No leadership, no credibility.
Oh dear.
No responsibility. I repeat, things are falling apart. No leadership, no accountability.
Sad, isn't it?
No credibility.
Oh.
No responsibility. These are the things that is happening. All the time that you give us your platform, since when, and other platform that we have been on, we keep on saying things. Doctor, listen, this is the president, he came into the power. Let me just take us back a little bit. Yeah? You know when this president was elected?
Okay.
He came to power, told Ghanaians that, look, we need to fix things quick. And he appointed 126 to 30 ministers. Doctor.
Yes.
He appointed 126 to 30 ministers.
Well, you ask yourself, what is he going to do with all that?
Thank you. Ghanaians keep on hammering. It took the president didn't listen to them. Not only that, not only this, the president also wanted to create another 6 regions. Then came referendum. They did a referendum. Do you know the amount was involved in the referendum that we spent? All in the name of creating a region which is not necessary. Tell me, since we created that 6 region, what has changed in their life?
Nothing.
Yes, people are even forgotten.
It's difficult. Things are hard these days, man.
I know the third one that came in. You know, even that time we were in the difficulties with the COVID.
Oh.
Sometimes you hear our opponents and people, they will say, oh, COVID came in for 1 year, we were locked down for 1 year and above. There was no plane flying, but they forgot that.
Oh.
Somewhere in 2020.
All right.
Somewhere in 2020, there was a voter registration.
All right, Sabatu, thank you very much. Have you finished?
No. I just wanted to learn.
Okay. No problem.
I was saying,
yes.
There was a voter registration that this government and the EC insist they need to do it. I just want to take us back a little bit.
Okay, that's fine.
That registration to vote cost us almost $150 million US.
Wow.
All because of they wanted to register at all costs. You know, our registration has been almost supported by the foreign donors.
Right.
By this time, when they give them the explanation, they say, no, it doesn't make sense, so we're not going to give you penny. So the government ended up spending almost $150 million for those equipment. Not only that, Doctor, this government also boldness told Ghanaians that, listen, we have a crisis in the financial sector, especially the banks. So they went and borrowed 25 billion Ghana cedis and come and collapse 9 banks, which is supposed to be supported by 9 billion Ghana cedis. Then, you know, sometimes I want to take us a little bit back for people to know where we are, where we came from. When we voice our voices, then some of the Ghanaians or some of the MPPs, they know these people are talking too much.
Well, it's their party, isn't it? Yes.
So for the government to go and borrow 25 billion Ghana cedis to come and collapse 9 banks, these 9 banks needed 9 billion Ghana cedis to survive. And Doctor, tell me, if this is your father's business, will you do that?
No way.
Thank you.
No way.
So, and then plus the 2020 election that they spent money that they are not supposed to spend. That put us in a big hole. That we have not managed to come out of now.
Oh, dear.
Just last 3 days or so, I was listening to John Adu Jenapo. Do you know that the finance minister owned budget about our oil? You know, Ghana, we have a little bit oil that we also export. And then the budget statement say that in the year, the whole of this year, we are going to make like 6 billion Ghana cedis.
Yes.
The whole of this year. But do you know that only 3 months, because of the same Russia-Ukraine war that they keep on mentioning, because of that, you know that the
what? As an excuse?
can shoot up.
As an excuse?
Yeah. So, yeah. But in the oil sector, we managed to gain only 3 months. We end up getting 80 billion Ghana cedis. Why? Because there was a windfall.
All right. I get it. Anyway.
Something that we budgeted to have 6 billion in a year. Within only 3 months, we managed to get 80 billion.
Wow.
Ghana cedis.
Wow.
But no any MPP will tell you that, they only tell you the negative side of the Russia-Ukraine war. Same with the COVID. Doctor, you know with the COVID, IMF give us amount.
Yeah.
World Bank give us something.
Yeah.
In all, we the opposition side will calculate it to be like 35 billion dollars. Tell me, the only lockdown this government did was only 2 cities. Accra and Kumasi.
Was it?
But
Okay.
yet they will tell you, they will give you a lot of it. So clearly, sometimes it's like I'm tired of going back and front with this government. That's why now, if I get the opportunity, I little bit to people back where we came from since the government went in 2017. The ministers that he took, the region that he created, the 25 billion they borrowed to collapse 9 banks, and the 150 million equipment they managed to buy, all because we need to register to vote. So clearly, if they are total mismanagement that has thrust this country into a deshma, anytime you say they will come and so now I'm even ashamed because the point is, it's like our opponent, they don't feel ashamed.
No.
Because all the time they bring excuses. It's NDC that, it's COVID that, it's Russia, Ukraine that. But the point is, the Ghanaians are suffering in general.
Yes.
Doctor.
Thank you, Sabato, for such a great contribution. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right. Bye. Okay, Joe. Can you hear me now? I think it should be fine now.
Yeah, Doc, I can hear you.
Should be.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Joe.
Can you hear
Hello?
me? Yeah, Doc, can you hear me?
It looks like today this machine won't let us talk. It's
Doc,
actually
can you hear
decided
me?
to give us some hard time. Can you hear me, Joe?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh dear. Right, Joe, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, can you hear me?
Okay. The problem is I couldn't hear you, so right, go on then.
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is it
You're live
okay,
on
or
air,
I
sir,
can?
if you want to go on.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, let me correct this. And a very good afternoon to my brother Sabato. He did make a statement which I think is a bit erroneous, because I didn't say demonstrations aren't good. I did say they are good. They are very big, in a Western world like UK, America, they are very big, good tool. But in our case, our president, and he himself did indicate that this government is irresponsible. And so the government will not, kind of heed to any cry. He will not kind of listen to anybody. But of course, the demonstration is not only to protest to the government, it is also to protest to the international community about what we are going through and the need for them to also come in and intercede. And I think it is good. He's made mention of, especially with the Galamsey one, how they've contacted some embassies and ambassadors and all that to kind of, alert them and to let them know firsthand about what we are going through. And I did allude to that fact that, look, now the only demonstration I think we have to energize ourselves in is when we have to deal with these embassies and ambassadors and these foreign offices. If we can do that, that is the way to stop Akufo-Addo from doing what he's doing. That that mantra he has taken upon himself. If we can block what,
Joe, I'm afraid let me call you on the line, because your system is very down. Let me call you here.
Yeah, Doc.
Yes.
I
could have, yes, it's fine now. Go on.
Yeah, so what I was saying is that it is a good move that the organizers of this Galamsey kind of demonstration, it's a good move they've embarked upon, especially involving the foreign offices and other embassies and all that in it, because that is the best way. Because like I said earlier on, let us stop the man from getting his milk. When he doesn't get his milk, he will listen. But when the milk is still coming, he thinks everyone is as stupid as those who still believe he can do something in the next 2 years. So let us stop his milk from flowing, and then we can deal with the issues. And you see, Doc,
how do you do that? How do you stop his milk from flowing? Do we vote him out?
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. That let us make the embassies and all these ambassadors and all let us make them aware about the need to stop feeding this cow. I mean, cow in italics, not the president.
Right.
Stop feeding the cow. If we stop feeding, if the grant is not coming, if IMF is not giving us anything, if the World Bank is not, you have seen, or even if you have not seen, or you've not had access to the record, Sabato has been able to provide you a little bit of insight as to how much we have been receiving from World Bank, IMF, even in COVID era and the Russia-Ukraine era. How much money we have been receiving? Where has all this money gone to? Where have they gone to? And so if those monies are not coming, he would then begin to think. He would then begin to listen. And so if we can have any means, and you see, Doc, we should not just leave everything to the NDC or some people who think they need to do demonstration. We all, Doctor,
well, they are calling everybody. I had a message from Nana Bobo, this CPP guy.
No, the reason why I'm saying that is that it is not even a matter of only demonstration. You know the address to number 10 Downing Street. You can write a letter there. You can write a letter using your MP. We can promote it through change.org. We can start a petition through change.org. Stop giving Ghana aid or grant or anything. We can, you and I, me, myself, I can do it, you can do it. These are the things we need to do. Until a better government that represents the ideals and the visions and the plans of the people coming, this government within the next 2 years, yes, we cannot have coup to take him off, we understand. And so within the next 2 years, the only coup the Ghanaians can do is to stop every milk that flows into a jar. To stop every milk from flowing into the jars of this insensitive president. He's clueless. He's clueless. This president is like, even if you give me $100 billion, he will steal all. He will steal everything. He has nothing to do. He has no good intentions for Ghana. Right. And that is why they are buying properties in tax havens, and they are investing in tax havens and all that. Look, Doc, the issue is that, like I was saying earlier on, we need to be serious as a country. And you people, you, when I say you people, I mean you, the journalists. Okay. You are part of the problem.
Is it?
Yes, of course.
How?
You are part of the problem. Where your colleague journalist is exposing the rot out, and none of you even finds it okay to interrogate. Even if you say the man insults people and all that, blah, blah, blah. It's not good for you to find the credibility of that information he's putting out there.
Well, is it a typical example like Kelvin Taylor?
Yes. Yes. Is it not good? If not for anything, let us even assume without admitting that Kelvin Taylor is bent on character assassination of the president. But is it not good for you to find out why Kelvin Taylor is having that intention? Why he's always spewing out lies about the president? Is it not good for you people to be finding out? But here we are. We come to a program, and it's about doing Ketia and Chemo Fusuampofu. We come to a program, and it is about Sewa Bruni. You understand? It is about the sensationalism. It is only about the sensationalism. That is all that we are interested in. Okay. And so Captain Smart will go with a towel and hot water in the studio and be shouting, gay. But the very important thing is today, Kevin Taylor has alleged that there is someone within the scholarship secretariat, and that true people who are supposed to benefit from scholarship are not getting it.
Oh, dear.
And that you pay $20,000 and then you are given a scholarship, whether you are a drug pusher or whether you are the Minister of Amputees Association or whether you are what, all is you have money to pay the guy, and then the guy will give you a scholarship.
That's too bad.
Yet, no journalist finds it good to interrogate further the allegations. Last time, he brought an issue when the president has brought people from Cote d'Ivoire and Burkina Faso, training mercenaries to come and kill Ghanaians for election 2024 to be ripped off, because the president wants to stay in power, and he knows Ghanaians will not accept him going for a third term. So the best thing for him to have a third term is to disrupt the nation, and when the nation is disrupted, the constitution mandates him to put his feet on the ground and say, look, even because the way the country is in chaos, we cannot hold election 2024, which he knows Even if my little boy contesting, we will lose against my little boy. So he wants to find a way, a means to stop the election. And no journalist finds it good. If not for anything, are we not interested in the stability of our peace?
Oh dear, we do.
If not for anything, no matter what, forget about the insult. Forget about whether Kevin Taylor insults God or insults Jesus Christ. At least, the fact that there is a saying that the desired outcome is the most important thing. Whether he insults your mother, your father, your uncle, what he is saying, the substance of it is the most important. It's not the insult. You understand? Exactly. Why would someone just wake up and say, me, I woke up this morning only to come and insult Dr. Martin? Why would someone do that? You understand? So please, let us all be serious. And for me, today, yesterday, I saw on the platform someone, you see, and I've said this, and doctor, without any apology, I say this. It's not an insult. It's not an insult. But I say there are so many idiots having audience in our country. So many of them. So many idiots and foolish people are having audience in our country. And that is what we need to be wary of. Because today, there's one guy called Joe Sheldon or whatever. Today they become popular people in the country. And today, Minister of Information organized all these people, put them somewhere. Whether they have, and nobody knows whether they are journalists or they are Trump pushers or whatever. They put them somewhere, they give them money, and they come and spew out rubbish, and people listen to them.
All right, let me pat Mr. Uswacha in 2 minutes, and then I'll get him to come, please, when you're done. So end in 2 minutes for me, please.
Yeah, you go on YouTube. He has over 100,000 subscribers, and all these 100,000 people are listening to the nonsense this guy is spewing about. All these 100,000 people are listening to this.
I don't. Just a few of us. I don't think the youth is much interested in the politics, apart from some of these social events that makes them happy.
Yeah, but you see, this guy I'm talking about has put on the Shatawale versus what's his name, Bull God or whatever, and bringing John Mahama in. This guy. So what is he doing?
Yes.
You might think he's doing entertainment, but look at the way he's dragging John Mahama's name in the mud. You understand? You think he's doing entertainment because about Shatawale. Shatawale is known for entertainment. Bulldog is known for entertainment. But then they are dragging John Mahama in that John Mahama told Shatawale or whatever to bring in people, to bring guns and all that. So what is he doing? To discredit and this kind of stupid people without apology. He has over 100,000 subscribers. And that's the problem. You look at Kofi Adumawa when you go and sit on radio and you want to ask women, do you wear pants, do you wear brackets? This kind of people, he has over 200,000 subscribers.
Well, so I think that is when you have to choose what kind of program you would like to listen to or watch.
It is not about that. It is not about that, doctor. It is not about that. If we do it like that, we are going to make a very serious mistake. The problem, Doc, the problem is we need to censor the media. We need to have a law. Look, there are too many naive people. There are too many people who are myopic-minded. And so if you give room and say that anybody can set up a business, but it's up to you to know which business you go into. And that is why the Namuans and the Agradas are coming out.
All right.
Because no matter what, you have people who will be victims of such things. And so if there are no regulations, you think UK here, doctor, you think me, if the law allows me to be roaming about doing whatever I like, you think I'll be working? I'll be doing something that will make me more money than what I'm making now. But because there are laws, I'm scared to do it. If we don't curtail the system, if we don't control the system, and we have in Ghana, a 30 million population, you can only say about 10 million are educated, 20 million are uneducated. And these 20 million can be victims of these people and their activities. We need to censor the media. We need to have the law that if you say you want to be a blogger, there has to be a certain criteria you need to be having to. Every day, everybody is sitting on radio, is a journalist. If you're Schwarzenegger, is a journalist. Kofi Adumawa is a journalist. This guy is a journalist. because you can speak Chi, because you can speak Hausa, because you can speak Akan.
All right.
You are a journalist, and
Thank you, Joe.
journalism is tuned everywhere.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. That was Joe pouring us that down. Oh dear, it's getting funny though. I mean, it's funny. We've got about 5 minutes to go anyway, and then I'll see what I can do about what else we have to the rest of the issue.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, doctor.
You try call. Yeah, you're still live on there. I know you're trying to get anything to say.
Yeah, just under 3 minutes I'll finish and then other colleagues also come in.
Okay.
I think this demonstration in London, if anybody tell me, will not, I mean, for them will not get effect, that person is just lying to you. Yeah, do you know that they are now negotiating with the IMF? And then do you know that Moody's Fish has labeled Ghana as a junk economy?
Oh dear, that's sad, isn't it?
Yes.
That's very sad.
Now the Ghanaians want to demonstrate against Akufo-Addo's government officials who are deeply involved in illegal mining that they call Ghana safe.
Have you heard about any of these things Kelvin Taylor is spelling around that the Ghanaian party has got some men who are going to be involved with a fight or gun exchanges and all that?
I'll come with that. When it comes to corruption, I don't care about whether you're my party man, you're this. No. Because I know our party is government in waiting. So if you go corrupt officials in the position, so when we come to power, what will happen? He said, we'll do in position before we come to power.
That's right.
Yes. So if you are corrupt, and Kevin Taylor have talked about you being, taking money from Ghana, what do you call it, scholarship secretariat and just distribute the money, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we say it. It's because it's alleged. So we have to refer to FEC and then NEC, National Executive Committee, and then Functional Executive Committee in Accra, headquarters. To do thorough investigation. Dr. Yeniabru, we are coming to rescue this country. So we don't want any encounter. We don't want any corrupt NDC people within the party in opposition. Yeah, doctor. Trust me.
Oh.
If NDC come to power and if we see any corrupt doctor will come out. Yes. Yes. Oh, yes.
I can see your readiness.
No corruption in this country. Oh, yeah. I'm not saying there's no corruption in this country like Western world. You remember, now talking to you now, you know Pfizer COVID, yeah? Doctor, what is happening here? You know, I walk COVID nibu say I'm tested.
Oh.
And the EU, what do you call it, audit report. I don't know if I've put it on. I said it's one on your platform.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm willing to find a document. The guy said, I have the document. I don't know if I've put it on your platform.
No problem. Just put it on. We'll read it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's about 50-something pages. So, doctor, this demonstration, the organizers has contacted environmental agencies to get to know. And remember, if these agencies get involved, we are in trouble.
Oh dear.
Yes, we are in trouble. You are now begging. This government is begging IMF because to give them the money. IMF is not ready, and they need that money to support the budget. It will be read in 15th of November this month.
Oh my. This is crazy. Yes, sir. Oh,
with this arrogance. Yes.
This is so sad.
I told you, if you are a government, you came to power and you came to power, and the former government handed to you 3 oil fields, plus a 12 gas, plus all these statutory, fund, growth fund, infrastructure fund, everything. I go for the didn't hear that I see a woman aside the money is finished.
Oh dear. All right.
You know why? Do you know why they are suffering now?
No.
Because Akufo-Addo came to these slogans, 19 flashy programs, which is not yielding us anything. Some of them are useless. Some of them are like it's not being to you to implement it. How can you use government communication as flagship program and you use 400 million Ghana cedis?
That's the question.
How can you use special initiative to that what do you call it? 1D, 1 down, which was useless. How can we use
useless.
our own money to do planting for food and job useless? I've read, do you know that, doctor? Planting for food and job, if you have the document, I'm pleading for anybody, please, I need that document. They have withdrawn that document from Ministry of Agriculture website.
Wow.
Yes, because it is exposed them. That project is one of the fantastic projects ever. I've gone through that document. Anytime I meet NPP people on radio, on TV, I said, these are your documents. Fantastic. But how are you going to implement this? It is a 3-year project. Planting food and job. They introduced that project for us to. It's like what do you call it? A champions domestic program. Oh, they call it.
For ultimate golf.
No, not being a champion, but the same similar domestication. Let's grow our own food. Let's eat it and export some. Export some. So planting for food and job was for us to stop importing rice, rice, pepper. I think there's some five products. I forgot. Yeah. And onion, sorghum. Doctor, now what happened after all this introduction, after all this planting for food and job? Now we are importing rice more than $2 billion.
It's sad.
Yes. Yeah. So my last word is this demonstration, Akufo-Addo should not take it for granted. What will happen here? Okay. So you know, Denu Forest in Ashanti region. To me, I mention these names. To me, Asamoah. I repeat, Asamoah.
Yes.
Asabi. Asamoah, our own former captain, Blaster, he's also involved in Galamsey. Asabi. Nanabi. The former MPP General Secretary, what do you call it, John Boadu.
Yes.
These are the prominent MPP officials, and they are all involved in this Galamsey. Look at this. What is happening? I'm not saying the MPP people will not evolve, but I'm saying this time, I would also. Doctor, we need to preserve our own environment.
As well.
Now, because of Galamsey, they have destroyed the forest reserve. Do you understand the word forest reserve? We are reserving our forest.
Oh dear.
Yes, for climate change or climate something, blah, 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 doctor.
All right.
Now, they have destroyed all this thing, doctor. What is happening in this country?
It is well. We have to pray.
Every sector. They have destroyed every sector. Every sector. Get fund is not going.
From the way you're talking, you are 4 people, you can see that you really, really need the country falls on your heart.
Yeah, doctor, that's what I'm saying. And this come to point and they just misbehave, doctor. I'm telling you, I will do it the same thing. Yes.
Please take it easy.
Because we need the country to be developed.
All right.
Dr. Yakechi.
A
country like Ghana, we don't have 100 kilometers dual carriage from Accra, Kumasi, Takoradi, Western region, any other region. You don't have it. Doctor, is it not sad?
It is well.
Doctor, look at the number of Abuchi people living abroad.
Oh dear.
Have died in our
Recently, I heard that the doctors are also, going out of the country. I thought they're doing well, at least with their private hospitals. I thought they were right. But they're all coming out of the country, and then they're going to leave us,
because the system is
defend,
hard.
defenseless. All right, it's gone past 2. I'm person find you, but Joe, just bear with us. I'm afraid. Let him say, overcome me, but the time, no, I beg you.
No, for you, my last time I joined, take a boss. When you talk, I like it.
All right. So, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh dear. It's well. It is well. Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, Doc.
I wanted to end the show, but I realized you're still here, and then Mr. Swechan said, "No problem."
Yeah.
So don't be too long, please. Just something small. Let me.
Let me acknowledge my brother Swechan. I mean, he's a fantastic brother, and I am humbled by him giving his time to me, and I'm happy. It's always good to hear his voice as well, But you see, Doc, like I did say, the demonstration, we have to do it. I am not in objection to that.
Are you coming down all the way from Leeds to join it?
I am not coming. That is the unfortunate thing. Because for me, if I come, and even if I have to get naked, I'll get naked. Honestly speaking.
Bro.
Yes.
Bro.
You see, I believe, and you see, I will be a hypocrite and a coward to think that Ghanaians are not angry and hungry enough when I also have to come to a demonstration and be jamming to a Bob Marley song or Lucky Dube song. I'm not that type of person. I feel if we have to come to the demonstration and blood has to flow because we need to let people know how serious we are. Because like my brother said, we are doing something for the next generation. It is not for me. Doc, me, I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't have a V8. I don't have a Range Rover. I don't have a house. But I'm okay. I am okay because I am humbled.
But we have to think about our family back home, what they're going through.
Exactly. We need to think about those back home and those who are going to come after us. Left to me, I am okay. And that is why I keep saying that we shall all suffer, but some will suffer more than others. Because, Doc, you might be okay. Today you were narrating about your father. You did mention about who your father was and all that. You understand? This is how parents who are reasonable, this is how they think. They think about the future of their children. And today you are where you are because of your father. And wherever your father finds himself, we commend him for doing that. And so I would also want, today, I saw a post about someone labeling Africans as always having 24 hours sitting in the church praying whilst Indians are taking over the prime ministership of the UK. We keep on praying and praying. Look, we need to change the narrative. That narrative of where a president thinks he cannot be taken out of office, we need to change. And if this demonstration has to change that narrative, we need to do it. And so for me, at this juncture, I am prepared. For me, I don't care because I have nothing to lose at this moment. Because look, what is happening in Ghana now? There's no hope.
Man.
Doc, I plan going to Ghana in December, but I've stopped. You know why? Not just because I cannot buy the ticket. It is because of my security.
I know.
I don't know. Recently, if you've seen videos of how people have been, you ride from the airport, armed robbers follow you, you get to where there is darkness and what happens to you?
Yeah, the general feeling of insecurity.
Yes. And so if we have to get rid of this government so that security can be restored, we have to. If we have to get rid of this government so that you can buy a bag of rice, 2 cedis, we have to. And one last thing before I go, Doc. We are sitting down there, allowing President Akufo-Addo to maneuver his way to get all that he wants. But what we are refusing to understand is that he's going to leave a mark that will be very, very, very difficult to erase. Because where the dollar is now, and let me tell you, a bag of cement now
can never come down to 50 Ghana cedi again. Never.
We won't be able to do projects back home anymore.
Exactly. Where a bag of oil, rice is now can never come down to where it was. So please, we all need to support. And doctor, I beg you, if we have to come together, you are a journalist. Yes, openly you don't express your view on who you support and all that. But I know when Ghana is hot, your pocket is also hot. And so you're also feeling the pinch.
Of course.
Let us come together. Hand down a demonstration to change.org and demand that Akufo-Addo does not get any more grant. The IMF should not even engage the Ghanaian government now until another government comes. Because this government does not represent Ghanaians. This government represents the Achime Buakwa family. It doesn't represent Ghanaians. And so the IMF should not deal with the family, Achime Buakwa family. And to the chief who thinks everyone who complains is a witch and a wizard and stupid. We thank him. But you see, UK was good. So in UK, you could be a taxi driver and can be taken to Ghana to become a chief, a very renowned chief. That is how we want our country to be. We want our country that taxi drivers can become chiefs. How many taxi drivers are chiefs in Ghana? And you can come to UK, become a taxi driver, and go home and be a renowned chief. That you can talk rubbish and nonsense to Ghanaians. Thank you very much.
All right. Good night. Good day. Sorry. Good day. All right then, guys. Thank you very much. So you had Joe, who has finalized all the contribution. I'll see you hopefully next week, Friday. Thank you very much. Do have a good weekend. Bye.
Number one for today's hits.